Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Stream Squad. We've got a great episode for you guys today. We're going to be talking about YouTube surpassing Netflix in terms of total monthly views, as well as some new tests that Facebook is doing for a live shopping feature. We're also going to show you guys how to set up your own live video studio, and Jimmy's going to show you guys the latest new gadget from iOgrapher. So stay tuned and we'll be back in just a moment.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to #Stream Squad. If it's your first time joining us, I am Jimmy.
I'm Angela.
Behind the camera, as always, is me.
Dan the man. We do our show every Wednesday right here on Facebook.com/Switcher Studio, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. So if you are watching us on a replay on YouTube, please do try to come by and see us when we're live on Facebook. Just send us a comment, talk to us directly. We're right here. In fact, please leave us some comments. Let us know where you're watching from right now. We love to hear that. And throughout the show, Dan's going to be keeping track of everything that's going on, letting us know what you have to say about the topics that we're talking about. And we are just super happy to have you here. Please share this video if you are watching with us. Let's get as many people watching together as possible. We really appreciate you all being here. Thanks so much. Dan, let's just cut right to the chase.
Get going and get into the industry news.
Woo-hoo. So in our first piece of industry news for today, we're going to be talking about YouTube surpassing Netflix in terms of monthly views. So for many years, Netflix's CEO, Reed Hastings, has said that their biggest competitor is sleep, because of course, if you're sleeping, you can't be streaming Netflix video. But reports from 2018 stats have shown sleep actually isn't the biggest opponent to Netflix. It's actually going to be YouTube. So a study from eMarketer has shown that in the United States alone, 96.1% of people who stream video every day are choosing YouTube, which is a lot higher than Netflix and Amazon and Hulu and everything else. One reason for this, of course, is how large YouTube's catalog is of videos. There's so many things that you can find on YouTube, and most of it is free. Unless you're paying for those premium services, you're getting the vast majority of all of these millions of videos for free on YouTube. But another reason for this is that YouTube is more short video centric, and that's working a lot better for mobile viewers. So instead of having to put the commitment to sit and watch, a 2-hour film or a 1-hour show, people are able to say, hey, I've got 5 minutes to kill and pick a video that works for that, or I've got a 15-minute commute and find a video or a couple videos that work for that. And that kind of flexibility, with it being mobile-centric, is allowing it to surpass these other providers, even though they're doing all they can to put out original content and other things to get more people in. So one thing that Reed Hastings has done for Netflix is a big advertising campaign. So they're sending a lot of their advertising dollars to YouTube at this point. You guys might have noticed a lot more Netflix ads in YouTube at this point, and that's because they are trying to get those viewers from YouTube to still go and consume material on Netflix. I know one thing I'm interested in, there's some streaming services like Crunchyroll that have a lot of shows, especially Asian shows, that are only 5 to 10 minutes long an episode. I'm curious to see, as Netflix is creating more content, are they going to start creating some of these shorter shows to try to get those mobile views?
I think what I'm learning from this is either way YouTube wins, because they're going to get the ad money from Netflix trying to advertise to get people to come over. But it would be interesting to see if Netflix does it. I mean, right now, you can go online and watch directly through a browser, but the shorter content, is that going to be their next play, is to bring out some of that sort of stuff? I wonder if that's going to be the next big thing, with them at least.
For sure. Just me personally, YouTube, I'll sometimes watch on the TV, but a lot of times I'm just on my phone on some kind of social media site, click a link and watch it. I don't have Netflix or Hulu or Amazon installed on any of my mobile devices. They're only on my TV and game console. So I see what's happening. I see kind of why these numbers are happening. So be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that as things go on. Well, I'm going to move on to our next story. I'm going to tell you a little bit about a new feature that Facebook is testing. They're looking for a way to help vendors and people that are selling things through Facebook to use live video to help sell their products. So right now it's very much, I don't even know if you consider a beta testing option. Dan, I've got an image of one of the graphics that they're showing for these features. This is really being tested in Thailand only right now, and it was reported by somebody through Twitter, where they're noticing that they have a new, they're basically encouraging different companies to share, to do a live video to promote their products. You can see here through this graphic that we're showing you that this is sort of how the option looks. It's definitely in development. This doesn't have any specific features to it where you can upload specific products and maybe make it so people can buy immediately. However, the kind of gist and the idea of it is that yeah, you can showcase your products. And I think the idea is that people watching your videos can take screen grabs, and they can also message you directly with those screen grabs to try to do purchases, and they can pay you directly through messaging. So it's just Facebook looking for another way of allowing people to do transactions and also to sell their merchandise. If this sort of thing takes off, I think they're predicting that there could be more ads that are put toward different merchandise and other things that can be sold. One person's reporting that this kind of points to the fact that Facebook's really targeting services like Craigslist and Etsy and eBay. They're trying to they're really highlighting the fact that these sort of modern tools for selling your stuff aren't really keeping up with live video and using video to showcase your products and do that. So now Facebook has the marketplace. They've also got job postings, so they've got all this whole other infrastructure that they can use to help sell products. So this is something that's just being tested. There's no real timeline for when it would possibly be available for businesses worldwide. However, they are showing like a graphic that allows you to join the wait list. So I wish I could find that link, so maybe we could just get in there and maybe be a beta tester with the service. But for now, it's really interesting to see that Facebook is looking for better ways for people that are trying to sell things to use live video and harness that power to sell their stuff. It's like a whole new world. Facebook's just trying to get in everything there, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, especially, you know, a lot of times if someone show something, you know, at the start and they really just go over it for a second, and then all of a sudden you have to either write it down or try to remember it. A lot of people don't do that, and you lose that sale. But with being able to take that screenshot, message them immediately, and then the payment happens right there. So, you know, on Marketplace, as soon as you reach out to the seller, it's, do you want to send this person X amount of money? Right. I think that's going to help the people selling it a lot, just to get those impulse buys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and there are definitely ways. I mean, I was talking with Ernesto about this yesterday. You know, there are ways currently to sort of use Switcher to do some of your own branded selling of things. Like you could come up with a list of links to all the stuff that you're selling, and you can have images using graphics and things like that. So you can put those on the screen, and then as you're showing them, you can put direct links to some of your merchandise in the comments on your videos. You can say, hey, if you're watching this right now, there's a link to this item. It's in the comments. So there's definitely ways to sort of to do that already. I'm interested to see if they sort of integrate it into like a whole product where your video player has a button that says buy this, and maybe it takes you to a link. So that'd be pretty interesting development for live video. They're calling it like your own personal home shopping network. I think that's kind of cute, the idea behind, you know, having your own HSN, but definitely interesting because it's potentially worth a lot of money. So be on the lookout for that. That might be coming your way soon. Let us know in the comments if you would be interested in doing that with whatever business that you have. I'm not sure exactly how many people we have doing using Switcher that are selling their products specifically. I know we have a lot of people doing crafts, and they're putting together their work that way. So yeah, if this is something that would be interesting to you, please let us know in the comments. We want to hear about it.
Yeah, I love this. I think it's we always love seeing new things, new innovations in the live video space. So the fact that you could possibly sell, as you just mentioned, on Facebook just makes things all the better. So yeah, I would love to hear what people have to say in the comments. I saw a few people in here. Lico watched from Pensacola, Florida. He also gave shout outs to him for giving us the heads up that the audio was a little hot, so I was able to fix that. So thank you very much. But yeah, as Jimmy said, let us know in the comments what your thoughts on these topics are, or if you've seen something that we might have missed that's related to live video and all that stuff. We would love to hear it, and maybe it's something we can either discuss in the comments here or on a future Stream Squad. But that's our industry news piece for this week. Up next, as always, we have our live video strategy, where last week we showed you the full tour and we showed you the incomplete studio. So we'll get to it here in a little bit, but we're going to give you a little walkthrough of our
Stick
studio.
around. So as Dan was pointing out, we are going to, for this week's segment of live video strategy, we are going to give you a sort of sneak peek at our setup. A user or a viewer or somebody, maybe they were also a user of Switcher Studio. They were watching last week. We were like, what is your all setup for this? So Dan and I put together a quick video just to kind of give you an idea of our current setup that we have here. This is sort of a sneak preview, and it gives you the gist of our setup, but I have put together an extended version of this video that's going to be going up on YouTube either later on this afternoon or maybe first thing tomorrow morning, depending on what I'm doing right after this. But we're going to give you an extended version of this tour so you can see about how maybe we're getting this light behind us using some lights that are off to the side. But we're going to tell you about just some important, just essential tips for your own, our three main things for setting up a studio, but also you'll kind of get a behind the scenes view of what our setup is here. And you know, it's a little bit complex, but it's not out of reach. It's nothing that anybody else couldn't set up on their own. So please check out this video. Maybe get out a pen if you want. Write down some stuff if you have, if we give you good ideas. If you see something we left out in this video, definitely leave it in the comments while we watch this. So please check this out. What's up, everybody? So recently somebody asked me and Dan how...
All right, that's it, guys. Hopefully, like I said, you learned something from this, or you can take some inspiration. Thanks for tuning in.
Unmute. Make sure you unmute your mic when you come back. So yeah, that's our nice little live video strategy. Whew, that was tough to say. And that's our kind of our studio setup. There's some other things that Jimmy wasn't able to really, or we didn't go into details on this shortened video. As Jimmy said, there's a longer video that's going to be coming out that you guys can check out our YouTube channel to see. That is, you know, just follow us at Switcher Studio. You can subscribe to that. I'll put a link down in the comments here.
Let's make it easy for everybody to subscribe.
Once I throw to somebody else talking here, but since we are talking about this segment still here, I did see a comment from, I think it was a couple of people were asking how to connect the monitor. It's really simple. It's an HDMI adapter. I'll put a link in the comments here.
If you take that graphic away, you can kind of point right to it.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, let me get my hand on the
HDMI cable going into the HDMI to lightning adapter, and then it's also got a power port on it so you can power it. And the truth is that little thing is a tiny computer that lets you send HDMI out of your iOS device, so it works with iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch. And we have it going into this external monitor. It's just the brand of the monitor is Must HD. You can find a 5 or 7 inch external monitor on Amazon or anywhere right now for like
you can use a spare TV as well too, right?
$150. You can get another monitor just like this. Or yeah, you got a TV around. If you got an Apple TV, you can connect over the air with an Apple TV also. So yeah, there's a great article on our knowledge base. If you go to support.switcherstudio.com, just type in external monitor. What do you think is the best keyword?
Normally I type in HDMI when I go to send it to
There you go.
someone. Just on our knowledge base, type in HDMI. It's going to be an article that says, how can I use a monitor for HDMI or Apple AirPlay? And it'll go through the steps for both and let you know what to set up. But it's a really quick and easy setup, and you know, really helpful for when you're on the air.
We almost weren't going to have one today. We're like, oh, this is going to be weird. We're going to have to use the tally lights, but it's great for us because we can see exactly what's going on, and it's just off camera. Another thing you can see if you watch the extended version, which I promise you will be uploaded to YouTube very soon, is we'll show you how we get these lights behind us
Should I do it?
This week, we actually hooked them up to a dimmer so we can even turn them all the way off or all the way on and light your background. So I'll talk about the lights that we have for that as well, and just show you how we hook that up. And yeah, maybe you can do the same thing if you'd like to. But that's just a basic overview of our studio setup. And if you have ideas for how you do your own studio setup, you have something like that. I know I've seen some users that have permanent setups and different like radio stations, or they've got some podcast studios. We want to see how you're doing that. Like, let us know. We want to share your ideas with everybody, and maybe we'll steal some of your ideas for ourselves too, because we're still developing here our space. So yeah, please let us know in the comments or send us some pictures. Let us know.
Yeah, so that is our live video strategy. I don't know if we'll have a blog. We could probably write a blog on this topic here, but if you want a bunch of more of that information, you can go to switcherstudio.com/blog, and you can get a lot of really good information from there. Or, our YouTube channel is another great place. So that's at Switcher Studio on YouTube, and you can check that out. Those of you who did have the questions about the HDMI stuff, I did post the link in the comments, so you can check that out as well.
Awesome.
But Jimmy is getting ready here for our next segment, and this is something I'm really excited about. We'll tease it right now. I'm going to go to you. Boom. Got one of these on our hands. We'll be talking about that, all about the new iOgrapher case right after this.
That's right, Dan. I've got the new multi-case for mobile phones from iOgrapher. I think one of the cool things about this case is you don't have to have an iPhone to use this. This works. It's basically like a universal style case for mobile devices, and it's specially catered, just like a lot of iOgrapher stuff, it's specially catered for mobile video creation. So we're going to open this right now. I'm going to show you what's inside, and we're just going to try to take a peek at some different things and the features of it, and maybe you'll get a coupon for what's inside here in just a second when I open it. So let's just do that. So I'm just going to start by, I'm going to pile all this stuff up over here. So I'm not going to lie, this has been opened once before, but there's not much mystery to what's inside once we get in there. So yeah, we've got the iOgrapher case. These things are great for doing handheld video. Dan was talking earlier about making sure you use a tripod. Well, these have 1/4-20 screws on the bottom. You can see there's a picture right there showing you that, hey, there's a 1/4-20 on the bottom of that. And it also has threads on the side. So let's go ahead and get this lid off. So the first thing that's really great, I think I love the most about this, is when you start,
I know that company.
You got a nice little card in there. And
here, let's put it up to your camera there.
Bring it in close. You might have to zoom in and
might have
maybe
to focus
refocus it. But this is great. So yeah, so now you've got a nice way of getting your phone or your mobile camera into a nice case. And now we want you to use Switcher Studio right there. And here's what's cool about this is if you get one of these, you'll get a cool coupon inside that says 15% off, and there's a code right there. Dan, you probably want to zoom in on that. There's a code, and if you're watching this video and you want to use this code, it's right there.
First person, I guess, right?
Yeah,
they're all single use.
So go for it. Can you make sure it's in focus, or make sure you can read it?
I can read it here.
All right, so if you want to get 15% off, just follow the instructions that are on this card right here, and you can use this code. First person to use it, go for it. We want you to check it out and use it. So there you are. This is our own little model of this, and if you want to get 15% off from Switcher, bam, it's yours. Take it. You also get some cool stickers. We're definitely going to use these. I don't have any iOgrapher stickers on my stuff. Dan, if you cut the Dan's angle, Dan, you got like iOgrapher stickers all over the place.
Do I?
Yeah, like on yours, you got one right there ready to go. So I guess I need to follow suit. But yeah, we love iOgrapher.
By the way, iOgrapher, I put their website in the comments as well. So if you do want to check out one of these cases for yourself, that's a good place.
And they've got cases, they've got other accessories, other cool stuff. I mean, definitely go check them out. They're awesome people and awesome company. These are made in USA, so good times. So I'm going to pull just these cardboard pieces out, and we get to see this thing for real. So we got our cardboard chunks to hold it in place, and then, yeah, so this is the basic case right here. It's really sturdy. I'm trying to like twist it and break it, and it is not it's not flimsy. It's really sturdy.
I think you got it upside down there.
Oh, I do. Look, I was like, wait, there's a thread on the wrong side. Here it is, the iOgrapher case. So still not flimsy. There is a 1/4 thread on the bottom, so this is great for putting onto a tripod if you want, so you can mount it right there on a tripod. It's also got threads on the sides, so there's a lot of little accessories and things that you can get so you can attach them off to the side. So it's good to have those, or if you're really into doing some vertical video and you really need that to be a thing, you can mount it vertically on a tripod as well. So you can do vertical video if you're doing something for like Instagram right now. That's great. I think one of the coolest things about this, and here I'll pull like my phone out to do this part. It's got a little placeholder card inside here to just kind of show like a phone in place, but gives you quick instructions for getting your phone in. So basically what we want to do is we start by putting the camera lens facing out, and then I'm just gonna load the bottom in, and then I push back, and yeah, there it is. So now my phone's in there.
Okay, I found this on the web.
And Siri's talking to me. So, but yeah, this is great. I mean, it's like a universal case for all of these different phones. I've got a Moment lens case that's coming for this. This is an iPhone XR, and I've heard tell that it fits in here just fine, even with the case on. So with that Moment lens case, I can even put my Moment lenses on here. There's a giant space. If you needed to clip lenses on this for your devices, you could also do that. So this is a really useful case. It's called the multi-case, I guess, because it's going to be able to work with multiple devices, doesn't matter what phone you have. This will fit just about anything in there. I think another great part about this is you always put stuff in this case and you can never get to the lightning port. Well, I can still plug in my phone to charge it right here if I want. If I need to plug in an accessory for like audio or to have like that HDMI out, I can get to this port really easily, and it's not being blocked because of just whatever. So I think that's one of the great things about this. It also has some these shoe mounts on top, so if you have like microphones that screw down, you can put those on top as well, connect that. You can put a light on top. Really excited to have this. We are going to be using this if we need to do some like mobile stuff. You got 2 solid grips on the side you can move around. So yeah, iOgrapher multi-case. Definitely go check it out. Even if you don't get this case specifically, if you need microphones or lights or lenses or other things like that, you can find it at iOgrapher.com. We are not being paid to say this, and obviously, you know, we've got a great partnership with them where we're getting, we've been able to get an insert with some of their merchandise. But yeah, absolutely, it's because we're really confident in the stuff they put together, and we really dig it. So go check out iOgrapher. Can't say enough good things about them. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my phone in this.
Should we do a little?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we can do some story time here, and I think also behind me, where right here.
Oh, there's a stack of them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Here are.
Oh, don't drop it.
Oh boy.
Oh man, he made it.
Right here are all the different iOgraphers we've used throughout the years.
Over the years, for all
There's
sorts
probably
of
even
different
more
sizes.
than that.
I think, I mean, what's great about this one is like, you don't have to buy, like I remember there's probably one over there for the iPhone 5S. It was like, you had to have the 5S one. There it is right there. Like, I think I'm the last person to have a phone, that, like actively have a phone that fit that one. The cool thing about this new one is it doesn't have to be like custom molded to your specific phone. You can fit a lot of different ones in here. So this is a 10R. This is larger than a 10S, so a 10S is going to fit in here very easily. It's got these just tapered edges on it, so it just squeezes it down to the perfect size. So yeah, this thing's really awesome. I'm looking forward to checking this out. So I think you should do the same thing. So
yeah,
thanks for checking that out.
So cool. That's our Switch It Up.
Yeah.
iOgrapher, we love them. They're great people, great products. As Jimmy said, we use the stuff we believe in, and that's one case that I think we all definitely do believe in. So yeah, a lot of the ideas we get for these Switch It Up and things like that come from our user group, which I'm going to have Angela explain here in a little bit on how to connect and join that group. One of the other things I should say is we do get a lot of questions in these comments and other places about how to use Switcher Studio, and if you are just getting started, this is your first contact with Switcher, join that enthusiast group that Angela's going to tell you all about, and we have a watch party that we do every week at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. And that is in our Switcher Studio Enthusiast group. And we have a couple videos that we put out there that just give you all the steps and tips to get started using Switcher. So yeah, make sure to join the enthusiast group and check that out. But you might be asking, how do I join that? And Angela has all of the answers for that.
Yeah, so there are 3 different ways to join. As it's been mentioned, it's our Facebook online community. So of course, one way to do it is just to type in the name of the group in the Facebook search bar. So if you type in Switcher Studio Enthusiasts, it's going to take you directly to the group. If you're watching this on our facebook.com page right now, if you click on the menu and go to groups, it's also going to take you directly to the enthusiast group. And lastly, if you already have a Switcher Studio account, you can log into your account at switcherstudio.com, and there's going to be an option, there it is on the screen, to join the online community. So any of these methods will work. There's going to be a short survey to fill out that just lets us know more about how you're using Switcher and what we can do to help you out. And then after that, you've got full access to the group. So you've got, people posting content that they've created with Switcher. You've got tips and tricks from people on how they're using Switcher. And if anyone has a question, not only are all of the Switcher Studio team members in this group, but everyone else in the group is really quick and really willing to help people out to solve those questions as well. So it's definitely a great place to be. But again, as we mentioned, there are videos that get posted in there with the hashtag madewithswitcher that lets us find your content on social media. And we like to showcase one great example of Switcher Studio each week to show you guys. And we'll show you guys this week in Made with Switcher. So this week's Made with Switcher video was created by user group member Justin McElhany. He is a part of the Texas Cornhole League, and they had a big event this past Saturday, and he did a broadcast of the event on the Texas Cornhole League Facebook page this past weekend. So this video, as of about an hour before this stream squad started, had over 3,400 views. 32 different people shared it out, so that was great, and there were tons and tons of comments on the video. We spoke to Justin briefly about this production, and he said he used 3 iPads, so one was the main switching device, and then he had 2 as the remote cameras, and he did a split screen, of course, to show both sides. He also created a scoreboard on his own, which you guys can see at the top, and this is one of the most interesting things. So the way Justin did this was by creating a text overlay, and he labeled it with the number 0 and placed it where he wanted it. He then copied that asset and changed the number 0 to 1 and kept that going until he had 21 created, so 0 through 21. And what he was able to do is, as the score changed during the game, he could tap on the number for the new score to activate that one on top, and then he just deactivated the previous number to have that go away. And the same thing was done on the other side, just 0 to 21. Justin said this was a lot quicker than having to manually type in the numbers to update the score that way. It also allowed it to be tiny at the top instead of a bigger scoreboard. We've shown you guys the iOS screen sharing version. So this way it's tiny and concise, but still able to convey what the score is. For his audio, he used a pair of Apple headphones, so pretty easy audio setup. And the venue's Wi-Fi was great, so he was able to actually use the Wi-Fi at the actual venue for this. So definitely great production from Justin. He actually went a little bit above and beyond. He made a video tutorial of how he did his scoreboard, and we're going to post that in the comments for you guys. It's a YouTube video, so that way you can see step by step how he created the scoreboard, how he updated the score, and how you guys can make one of your own. So again, this is the kind of stuff we love seeing in the user group. Not only is it a great production, it looks great, it's an interesting topic, but also we like seeing, kind of these more like innovative techniques. We haven't seen this one come through before.
Yeah, and like a spirited match of cornhole,
Yeah.
It's not something you see every day live streamed.
That's I will say, like, first of all, I think the video itself was very impressive, but what might be even more impressive is how good these guys are at
Oh, they're just
cornhole.
sinking it
Amazing.
every time.
It's just
Swish.
in the hole, in the hole.
Immediate.
If they miss, the next one hits that bag and the
brings
other
it in.
bag in. I don't,
Great.
it was awesome. I enjoyed watching it a lot.
Just squad goals.
Hashtag squad goals.
Gotta up my game. It inspired me to work on my game for sure. Absolutely. Well, yeah. With that, thanks again everybody for watching. That's the end of our show. Thanks for everybody for commenting and being here with us. Once again, we're here every Wednesday at 2 p.m. at facebook.com/switcherstudio. Come see us next time. Hey, and also, if you are not already, you should be following us. And now there's a new little bell right next to it, and it'll let you know when we're going live. So if you see that little bell next to following, why don't you go ahead and tap on that, and just make sure you set it to on. So if you're watching us right now, just poke on my head. That'll pop up. And when you say following, you'll get a bell and set it to on. We'd really appreciate if you did that. That way you'll know when we're going live, and you can come watch with us next time. So with all that being said, from all of us here at Switcher Studio, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
See you guys.